That is why a pastor can carry offering. That is the finished tithe and offering on Sunday morning. He took the tithe and offering and put it in his car. This guy put this tithe and offering where? Drive home and went and him and his wife will be counting the money that people gave God. What a shame. What a fearlessness. What a corruption of Gentile world. What an idiotism. You say those who are paying their tithe to God should come, and they came out. And so when they came out to give something in the name of God, then you took it. You took it home. And they are looking at you. Those that do it, how long do they last? The destiny of this millennium is making demand on the way men live, on the way we must live, and what we must live for. The destiny of this millennium. Excuse me, can I tell you something that touch people? Huh? Some people think they can wake up in the morning, do whatever they like, live the way they want, get whatever they want from God. That is a lie. God cared. The destiny of this millennium is making challenge on men, the way they must live and what they must live for. In fact, listen, can I tell you something? There are some courses I would have shared here the other day. And I couldn't share it, but I'm going to share it now. On the blessing, getting a blessing from a prophet. There is one thing that will never fail. Life we lived for a reason. A life that was lived properly. Since 5 years, you know where all the money that came into your hand entered. Since 5 years, since 10 years, you know your sincerity in laboring for God. Since 5 years, you know where you have been and how serious you are. How can God forget it? If he has not rewarded you, he will. Don't even ask Yahweh to reward you gently. Don't ask him. He's more faithful than you. He's more faithful. It's a wonderful thing that a life is invested on vision. Father, I know how serious it is. I know the way I have lived in the last 15 years, and I know how serious I have lived. He would not forget. At the end of the day, God and nature will force us to reap from our life investment. What I told you will never fail. Some people are even investing, but they are not investing much. I said they are not. No, they are not. They are investing with comfort. They are serving God when it is convenient for them. When you say evangelism, it doesn't concern them. Doesn't concern them. Prayer doesn't concern them. 6 months they have not even gone to church for 9 VG. Whatever that is not convenient for them, they will not be part of it. Why? I come here every night. It's not always convenient. Because the destiny of this millennium is forcing me to live the way I must. The messages I'm preaching, I didn't get them at the same time. I got them at different intervals. And as they bless me, I bring them. Some of the things I'm sharing, I had them only today. As I had them only today. So if your life is great, you should care about the way you live it. When the meeting ends and you will come in the night by 11, you should care about what you're doing from that time, from 4 o'clock to 11. You should care. You should care. So that in another 18 months, you will say, this is what my life produced. What your life produced is an evidence that you lived. It's an evidence that you lived. You cannot while away your life and say you're living. So if they ask you, what do you live for? What do you say? You are coming to church. How? If you're coming to church, the church you're coming to should produce result to support what you're hearing personally. So that at a particular time in your life, you will not lack some things. Somebody said, I've been serving the Lord and he didn't bless me. I said, if God didn't bless you, did you bless yourself? Before you think about what God will do for you, what did you do for yourself? What have you done for yourself? I said, what? What have you done for yourself? If you care, because it is what you did for yourself that will determine what God will do for you. You don't do anything for yourself. He said, I hand over my life to God. You're a liar. God, I give you my life is a language of lazy people. You see, when you see somebody say, I gave my life to Christ, excuse me, your life is your life. Christ doesn't need it. Now, when they say, I gave my life to Christ, if God, they want to start blaming God for not solving their problem. That's the target. I said, that's a what? Lord, I gave my life to you and I've been serving you. How? So that he can stop grumbling. And if you ask him, since 3 months, how have you been serving him? He will talk about hanging around the church. And excuse me, Yahweh does not reply but he will use pen to make them know that they have not been serving. I said he will use, yes. He will reply them with pen. You see, because he will cause you to reap whatever you sow. Okay, like what I'm about to share now. This is the first time in my whole life as a preacher I'm sharing this way. On the messianism of the suffering servant, introduce the white olive into the original olive. The messianism of the suffering servant. That is it. Kennedy didn't come at the back. The messianism of the suffering servant. The messianism of it's already here, but I don't know why it's not at the back. The messianism of the suffering servant introduced the white olive into is the word share should be into there. Please remove what you're trying to do. Don't worry, they will get it from here. Don't put yourself into trouble.